That was a pretty emotional day.
Yes, and it was felt very exposed, but in a good way.
People responded with just an outpouring of emotion and support and just incredible amounts of love from complete strangers. And it was such a humble experience when you have a complete stranger come up to you and say, "Can I pray for you?" It's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing the amount of love that you feel.
We were getting ready to begin an in vitro process, and we were days away from starting the shots, and Gretchen's mom gave her a call and said, hey, I know some people down here in Joplin, Missouri. Their 18-year-old granddaughter is pregnant, and she wants to give the baby up for adoption. And,
would you be interested?
Yeah, and so we were a little thrown and said, well, that's very interesting. We should probably see this through first because we were well on our way to beginning that process.
We were in the middle of everything, and we got a call from my mom saying, well, your Aunt Judy and Uncle Don's friends, they're waiting to see what happens with you guys before they make a decision on a birth family. And so then we really got to thinking about it, and we're like, well, she could be our baby. And so we called my mom and said, well, why don't you call Aunt Judy and Uncle Don and tell them that we're ready to proceed forward.
She was born on April 16th, so got a phone call at about 5 in the morning letting us know she's in labor. So we packed up the car as quickly as we could and made the 8.5-hour drive to Joplin. Made it in 7.5 hours.
Yep.
So, yay us.
Is that while we were there, I mean, we didn't call her by her name. We didn't, she was Sweet Pea and all sorts of lovely names. And, my cousin came in and gave me a big hug and said, "Oh, hi, Mommy." And I just looked at her, I'm like, no, not yet. Because we didn't want the disappointment just in case. About 4 o'clock, the nurse and the social worker came in and said, "Congratulations." And it was so cool.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
We flipped over that sign, and the other side said, I think it said learning to trust in God's unknown plan. And at the time, I mean, we had no idea, and everything we'd been through, it seems insane to say, good thing the doctors couldn't find a way, but if they had, we wouldn't have her.
It's the things that we went through to get her were some of the lowest in our lives. I mean, going to the supermarket and seeing brand new babies when you don't have one, and being angry about that, and trying really hard to look at your friends who have just had a baby and trying to be so happy for them, but at the same time being so disappointed that you don't. It puts you in a dark place. She was chosen for us, and there's just such an amazing amount of grace and humbleness and faith that come along with knowing that you are chosen to be loved. It's incredible.